people having cornflakes. Like, cornflakes sucks, dude. Cornflakes over Cheerios, you're going to hell? Yeah, 100%. Nah! Maybe you got a point. Maybe you got a point. Alright, what's worse? Let me really think about this. What's worse, cornflakes or Cheerios? That's a good question. What's worse, cornflakes or Cheerios? I think Cheerios is worse. I think Cheerios are worse. I think Cheerios actually has less taste. I think Cheerios actually has less taste than cornflakes. And also Cheerios texture, the texture of the Cheerio itself is also whack. Cornflakes at least has, especially if they get a little bit soggy, they get nice and soft, and it's at least easily digestible. With Cheerios, if they're not soggy, they're way too like hard too. So yeah, I think cornflakes is better than Cheerios. Yeah, that's another thing. SG Roth. Cornflakes with bananas and sugar. Yeah, if you add things to cornflakes, it'll get better. But even though I haven't tried it, but I assume it's like one of those types where if you add something, like if you add bananas, like the kind of thing I think about Raisin Bran. If you add something to it, it's gonna, you know, make it a little bit better. Cornflakes in D tier is way too harsh. You think? Yeah, you're right. Okay, cornflakes is here then. It's like at least in it's in the same tier as Raisin Bran, but it's just the shittiest. Okay, now let's see. Most of these I haven't even tried. Cocoa Pebbles. How did I miss Cocoa Pebbles? How did I miss Cocoa Pebbles? Cocoa Pebbles is up there for sure. What is this? French Toast Crunch? Oh, I've tried that one. I think French Toast Crunch is slightly better than the original Captain Crunch, to be honest. Captain Crunch. All right, let me explain myself. Going from top tier down to bottom tier. Okay, I'm gonna listen to this. I'm gonna explain every single choice on this list out of all the series I've tried. Oh, Trix! Fuck, I didn't, like, somebody brought up Trix. Yeah, Trix is right here. Trix is, nah, it's better than Cookie Crisp. It's better than Cookie Crisp, but it's not as good as I don't know. Trix or Honey Bunches of Oats? Trix is better than Honey Bunches of Oats. But let me go over these. Let me make sure I got all the ones I've tried. Mini Wheats. Mini Wheats fucking suck dick. Mini Wheats are fucking trash. I'm glad I saw that shit. Mini Wheats fucking suck, dude. It's in the same tier as like old men eating cornflakes. It's the same tier. They have Pop-Tart cereal now? Oh, K, I've tried K. And you are here. Yeah, K is also trash. Okay. Oh, I've also had Wheaties, which Wheaties suck. Okay. So I am going to explain every single choice. Wait, there's Frosted Mini Wheats? I've tried. Wait, is the one? Yeah, Frosted Mini Wheats is the one I tried. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. All right. So let's start with S tier. Wait, let me ask you guys. Do you want me to start with low tier? Or do you want me to start with top tier? I've never had Rice Chex. Tangy. Never had Rice Chex. You guys want me to start low tier or start with top tier? Alright, I got 2 votes for low tier. Okay, I guess I'll start at low tier. Alright, so Reese's Puffs, if there was a lower tier than D tier, I'll put Reese's Puffs at the absolute bottom, just for the fact that I'm deathly allergic to it. I'm deathly allergic to peanut butter and peanuts, so there's no fucking way in hell am I ever rating that thing higher than where it's at. Like, it's bottom of the bottom, because that's just death for me. Alright, next is, that one almost doesn't count. So, Cheerios. Cheerios just straight up sucks ass. There's not really a way around that. Like, Cheerios is just plain, it's bland. The thing comes in a big box, at least. Like, Cheerios is one of the biggest boxes, I think, out of all these cereals. One of them, out of all this list. Maybe not the king size, like Frosted Flakes, or the king sized Fruit Loops, but Cheerios comes in, like, the standard things comes in a pretty big box, if you guys notice. So they definitely give you a large portion of Cheerios. The problem is it tastes like nothing. Like, I feel like Cheerios is so bad that even if you were to cut up bananas and put bananas in the Cheerios, it's still shit. It's just ass. Like, it's just beyond ass. So that's where that's going. Now we're moving up to C. At the bottom of C tier, we got Corn Flakes. It suffers the same problem as Cheerios. The thing is the bananas, and someone brought up sugar. I've never tried sugar, but the bananas definitely keep Corn Flakes in the game, as far as at least in C tier and out of D tier. Corn Flakes, they come in big boxes too, but they're very bland, they're very plain, they're like old people food, and the mascot sucks. It's, what is it, like fucking Green Rooster? Oh my god, what a cool mascot. No. It has one of the most boring and when I'm talking about cereal, I'm talking about the whole thing. I'm talking about presentation, I'm talking about commercial, I'm talking about everything. The box sizes, the size of the chips, I mean the cereal itself, you know. I'm counting every little thing. So Corn Flakes also has the most boring mascot, and it has the most boring art. Even more boring than Cheerios. So, and it also looks like Falco. So that's another fucking problem. Wheaties sucks, no taste, same shit. And it also sounds like whack, like Wheaties. Oh my god, Wheaties. Like, what a stupid name. It has a really ugly hue of orange. And Wheaties looks like breakfast cereal. It looks like breakfast cereal. It's not like cereal you'd eat for luxury. It's like, I have to survive type cereal. And it comes in this really ugly orange box, where if you wake up to the color orange, it's just like, there's no way you're gonna have a good day waking up to such an aggressive color like orange. And they just suck. They just don't have taste. They're just ass. Like, plain and fucking simple. Next, K cereal. K cereal sucks. It's bland, but it's not as bland as Corn Flakes. It has a nice blue hue to it. It's cute. K cereal. Again, you can add banana. Like, I see someone in the chat. You can add banana. So that keeps it in the game. It's a little better than Corn Flakes, but it's still not that good. Mini wheat, frosted mini wheats is the first thing on this list so far that has taste. It's the first thing on the list that has taste, at least. So, Frosted Mini Wheats has very little taste, very little sugar. Like, apparently they, like, drench it in sugar, but you don't even taste the sugar. It's, like, grainy sugar. It's, like, it's just not good. It's just not, it doesn't taste good. And it has this awkward texture where it's, like, in between, like, it's in between super crispy and then super soggy. It just tastes, it just fucks, it doesn't taste good. It just doesn't taste good. Raisin Bran. Raisin Bran is basically a more crispy version of Corn Flakes. What about the healthy factor? Okay, you can take cornflakes and K and Cheerios for the health factor, but as you can see, Life cereal and Cheerios are also very high on the list. Now, if you're looking for healthy alternatives, I suggest if you're gonna pick the healthy alternative, you might as well go with Life or Cheerios. But I can go into that later. But if you want the healthy alternative, but you want it to taste like shit too, by all means, you can get cornflakes and Wheaties and Cheerios and K and Raisin Bran. But I'm saying if you want the healthy alternative that also tastes good, you have Life. You have Honey Nut Cheerios. You have, well, Rice Krispies is debatable, but you have Pops. I think Pops is relatively healthy, maybe? I don't know. But you see my point. Life and Cheerios is definitely a better alternative than the bottom tier choices, at least in the category of healthiness and taste and just overall. So, okay. Raisin Bran. Raisin Bran is much more crispy than cornflakes, but they have the gimmick of having raisins, so it has like a nice crunch to it, and at the same time it has like a nice softness balanced out by the raisins. So that's a good thing with Raisin Bran. But the crispiness doesn't have enough flavor. It doesn't have enough flavor. It's kind of piggybacking on the fact that it has raisins to give it flavor. You see what I'm saying? So you have to add bananas. You have to add things that kind of make it stand up. And it doesn't really work out as far as the other top tier choices on this list. There's better alternatives. If you want Raisin Bran, you might as well get Life cereal and add raisins. You see what I'm saying? Apple Jacks tries too hard, and it just falls short. Like, it has taste, but it just goes all over the fucking place. It just goes all over the fucking place. Do I not use AdBlock? No, your mom forgot to download it on my computer, so yeah, I'm sorry about that. You're gonna have to look at Max Cold and Flu Relief and antivirus software. I'm sorry. If I was anyway, Apple Jacks, it tries too hard. The tastes are going all over the fucking place. It doesn't know what it wants. I think that's all you have to say about Apple Jacks. It's not good. I think Apple Jacks sucks. I think you have Apple Jacks if you're not familiar with cereal. Like, if you have Apple Jacks as your first choice, that's like almost child abuse. It's like child abuse. Because they're much better cereals, and you got your kid on Apple Jacks, which is like the most reject cereal. Now, moving into B tier, Cookie Crisp, chocolatey, and it works well with a little bit of sogginess. It's chocolatey, it works well with a little bit of sogginess. If you want if you have a sweet tooth, Cookie Crisp will suffice. Honey Bunch of Oats, it's more healthy than cornflakes and Raisin Bran and Cheerios. They got oats in there. And look at it. Look at the type of orange that Wheaties has underneath Honey Bunches of Oats, and then look at the orange that Honey Bunches of Oats has. It's like Honey Bunches of Oats is like, oh, welcome to your day. Wheaties is like more aggressive orange, and it's ugly looking, so adding bananas to Honey Bunches of Oats, very solid. Trix is a little too sweet, but it's the best choice so far. It's the best cereal so far. It's a little too sweet. Compared to the other top tier, high tier choices on this list, I don't think you can have Twix recurring. You can't have Twix versus like Lucky Charms. You can have Lucky Charms. It doesn't get boring. Twix, because it's too sweet, it gives, you can't have it over and over and over again. It could satisfy your sweet tooth in the moment, but it doesn't last. That's the problem with Twix. Cap'n Crunch tastes great, but it rips your fucking mouth apart. That's the problem with Cap'n Crunch. If Cap'n Crunch wasn't so like a fucking paper cut in your mouth, it would be much higher on this list. It's very good, but it rips your fucking mouth apart. It just tears your mouth, like it rips the top of your mouth and shit. What is the next one? I can't even read that one. French Toast Crunch. It doesn't rip your mouth up as bad, and it tastes a little better. It's like almost syrupy. It's good. It's not bad. Cocoa Pebbles. It's a chocolate variant of Fruity Pebbles, and it's very solid. I put this one at the top of B tier. It's very solid. Very, very, very solid. It's chocolatey, and it's not too chocolate. It's like fully chocolate, but it's at the same time, if you have a bowl of Cocoa Pebbles, it's not overwhelmingly sweet. It's sweet to a point, but it's sweet enough to where you can have another bowl and have another bowl. So I think Cocoa Pebbles is very solid. Okay, we're moving on to A tier. We're moving on to A tier with Pops. Pops comes in huge boxes. It's also one of the biggest boxes on this list. Pops has a good amount of sweetness to it without being overwhelming, and it has a good amount of plainness to where it feels like you're eating a cereal to relax. It's very good. Pops is very solid. Pops is very solid. Probably one of the most fundamentally solid cereals on the list, with the exception of Honey Nut Cheerios and Life. Very fundamentally solid cereal Pops is. Cocoa Puffs is very good. For the same reason of Cocoa Pebbles, the reason why I put Cocoa Puffs higher than Cocoa Pebbles is because of the texture of the Cocoa Puffs. It's much more of an adventure when you eat Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa Pebbles is very good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Cocoa Pebbles is significantly worse than Cocoa Puffs. It's definitely in a tier below it, but it's not significantly worse. I think Cocoa Puffs is much more of a aesthetically like orgasm in your mouth, you know. So it tastes very delicious, and the texture of the puffs is very, very solid. Cocoa Krispies. Same reasoning as Cocoa Pebbles, but it's a much better balance. Same reason as Cocoa Pebbles, but a much better balance. Rice Krispies is the normal variant of Cocoa Krispies. Rice Krispies, very solid. It will snap, crackles, and pops. It gives a little interestingness in the cereal, and look at the nice mascots we got. We got the 3 Irishmen, or whatever the fuck they are. There's 3 pirates. What are they? I don't even know. But they are good men, and they promote their cereal, and they are very good mascots. It has a nice light blue, and it has a very like grandmotherly kind of essence to it. I remember my grandmother would feed me Rice Krispies with bananas in them. Are they Scottish? Okay, maybe. I love Rice Krispies a lot. Very solid cereal, and you can add sugar to it, and it makes it so much better. Rice Krispies is one of the best, if not the best, on this entire list at when you add things to it. I think Rice Krispies is the most customizable, which puts it in A tier. Honey Nut Cheerios, it's also customizable, but Honey Nut Cheerios is seriously one of the best cereals on this list, without a doubt. It is infinitely better than Cheerios. Infinitely better than Cheerios. It tastes good. It's extremely healthy, and you feel refreshed. You feel refreshed after eating Cheerios. You feel like you ate something of worthwhile quality when you eat Cheerios. It's very, very solid. And yeah, Puka Dart. Rice Krispies texture is great too. Absolutely. Absolutely. Honey Nut Cheerios is very, very good. Very, very good. And they have that, like, the cute honeybee, you know? The cute honeybee. And very healthy alternative. It's literally better than Cheerios and Corn Flakes and K and Wheaties in every single way. Literally, they have higher stats in every aspect compared to Cheerios, for example. Higher stats in every aspect except for box size than Corn Flakes. But actually, they give you a lot of Cheerios. If you guys have bought like the Cheerios thing, I don't know how I know so much lore on cereal. At least the cereals I know. But Honey Nut Cheerios, they actually give you a lot of Cheerios in that little bag. They give you a lot of Cheerios. You can get a lot of servings in. So it's very, very good. Now, at the highest tier I mean, at the highest level of A tier, we got Life cereal. Now, Life motherfucking cereal will change your life. Life cereal will change your life, hence the name Life. You guys understand how good that cereal is. Type 1 if you guys have had Life cereal. I want to know how many guys have you guys had Life. I want to know. Flow Rage, you've had Life. Life cereal, if you allow Life cereal to get a little bit soggy, if you allow Life cereal to get a little bit soggy, the taste, when it goes on your tongue, oh, it's like the texture melts into your tongue. It's just like, oh, like it's so good. Like, Jesus. If you let it get soggy, it's fucking delicious. It's customizable. It's soft. It has a perfect amount of sweetness. It's a fantastic cereal. It's fantastic. If you guys have not had Life, it's absolutely fantastic. It's also, maybe it's a little bit of bias on my part, and I'm very willing to concede it. I used to have Life cereal when I was a very, very, very young. My mom used to come home with the Life cereal, and I remember to the day looking in the closet and just always seeing, like, making sure Life cereal was there. Every day it was there, I was so happy. Like, oh, I loved it. So Life cereal is definitely one of my favorite cereals. Very solid. Only problem is it doesn't have much of a mascot, but it's very healthy. You don't need a mascot if it's healthy. That healthy. Very healthy alternative. Taste very good. The texture is so orgasmic. Very good cereal. So, now, we're going into the highest level of all, S tier. Starting with Fruity motherfucking Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles, 8 a.m. bowl of Fruity Pebbles. 8:15, bowl of Fruity Pebbles. 8:30, bowl of Fruity Pebbles. Still not bored. 8:45, bowl of Fruity Pebbles. Okay, now I'm full. Come back. 10 a.m., bowl of Fruity Pebbles. 10:15, bowl of Fruity Pebbles. You do not get bored. You do not get bored of Fruity Pebbles. You do not get bored of it. You can have Fruity Pebbles every 15 minutes all day and you will not get fucking bored of it. Problem is, it has a little small box, and you have to look at Fred Flintstone's ugly ass face every time you buy it. But other than that, it's a good cereal. Extremely good. You don't get bored of it. It has a good amount of sweetness. It is not overwhelming, but it's at the tip of sweetness. It's good. It's very solid. I don't give a fuck what you people say. I know you guys are saying it belongs in A tier. Bullshit. Definitely top tier. Now, Fruit Loops. I would equate Fruit Loops to, like, what's a Smash character that's like Fruit Loops? It's almost like a glass cannon. Kind of. It's like Fruity Pebbles is not mad boring. You're incorrect about that. All right, Fruit Loops is like Smash 4 Fox. Fruit Loops is like Smash 4 Fox. The reason why I say that is it's extremely fucking good in every way. The texture is good. You let it get soggy, it's good. It's good when it's not soggy. It's very good. It's one of the few cereals that's good when it's not soggy. Not one of the few, but one of them that's also good when it's not soggy. But the problem is it can tear your mouth up. It can tear your mouth up. Yeah, Fruit Loops might be Pichu. Yeah, it's like Pichu. It's extremely good. Like, you know how Pichu's like hard to hit? Like, it's hard to find flaws about Fruit Loops, but the problem is it can rip your damn mouth up. So every time you take a bite, you have a chance of ripping your fucking roof of your mouth. That's the problem. That's why it's like Pichu. But everything it does well is just very fucking good. Cinnamon Toast Crunch! Another glass cannon. This is like Smash 4 Fox. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is like Smash 4 Fox. Beautiful combo game, but it gets edge guarded. So they have a very little quantity. So you have to keep buying Cinnamon Toast Crunch. There's not a really big box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch to my knowledge. Very good, very cinnamony, very tasty. You can have it over and over and over again, and you don't really get bored of it. It's very solid, extremely good. Now we're talking about top 2 category now. Frosted Flakes is cornflakes on Viagra, steroids, human growth hormone. What's another drug? And heroin. That's Frosted Flakes. Viagra, steroids, human growth hormone, and heroin. Because it's literally cornflakes, but just steroided out. It's just literally super, like, if cornflakes can turn into a Super Saiyan, it would turn into Frosted Flakes. It would turn into Frosted Flakes. 100%. It's literally better. Like, it's just... It tastes fucking good. The boxes is huge. Like, compared to Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Fruity Pebbles, which come in very small packaging, Frosted Flakes comes in these huge boxes. So, even though Cinnamon Toast Crunch is a glass cannon, Frosted Flakes is just as solid, but he's not a glass cannon. It's like Smash 4 Cloud. He keeps limit the entire time. He has limit the entire match, and he has a weakness, but it's not really a weakness because he has fucking limit recovery. So it doesn't matter. I don't even know if it has a weakness, to be honest with you. Does Frosted Flakes have a weakness? Not really. Big box. Tony the Tiger, it's great! Who the fuck doesn't love that shit? Tony the Tiger. And it comes in a nice packaging. It's just top tier. It's a little too sweet. I guess it gets soggy. It gets soggy pretty quick. But soggy Fruity Pebbles isn't that bad. Soggy Fruity Pebbles isn't that bad. I mean, Frosted Flakes isn't that bad. Now, we're talking about the best character in the game. We're about to talk about the best character in the game. The best character in the game is Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms. All right, I'm about to get passionate here. I'm about to get passionate about this cereal. I'm getting emotional. I'm already getting emotional. Lucky Charms is so fucking good. That if Jessica Alba asked to have sex with me today, or there's a box of Lucky Charms sitting right here I could buy for $5, I'm taking the Lucky Charms. That's how good Lucky Charms is. I will turn down having sex with a beautiful celebrity to have Lucky Charms. Let me explain to you why Lucky Charms is so motherfucking good. It has the charm, right? So it has marshmallows. So it has like limit, right? The Lucky Charms make it go Genkayo Koeru, right? Permanent limit the entire time. Permanent limit, and then the flakes or whatever, the cereal itself is so sweet. It's like sweet, but it's not too sweet, so it makes you feel like you're eating Cheerios with limit. It makes you feel like you're eating Cheerios with limit. It's just bullshit. It's so good, you don't get bored, period, of Lucky Charms. Like, that doesn't happen. People don't get bored of Lucky Charms. It doesn't fucking happen, okay? So you can have bowl after bowl. And they just came out with these big boxes, Lucky Charms, and you got the fucking, was he French? Fucking dude with the green. Irish? Where's he from? Wherever. But he's fucking sick. He's fucking sick. Scotland? I don't know. But he's, you know, go over the rainbow and you get the fucking pot of gold. That's exactly what it's like eating Lucky Charms. It's a pot of gold. It's beautiful. Lucky Charms is very solid. Very beautiful. Very solid. He's from somewhere. Yeah, he's from somewhere. And he's sick. So that's what I say. That's my tier list on the cereals I have tried. So, yes. That is what I think.